Somalian pirates mean
Better with a yo-ho-ho, yo-ho-ho, and a tricky lottie-doo.
tricky lottie-doo.
We'll shoot you in the face with glee. Somalian pirates, we Somalian pirates.
Hello everyone, it is Common Sense Right. Today, we're going to be diving into one of the biggest political stories this past week. Insane, fraudulent, found by YouTuber Nick Shirley, exposing alleged fraud in Minnesota, fraud that's gotten the federal government to freeze child care funds and spark national debate. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Nick Shirley, for the service that you did, and God bless you. And guys, we need to keep him safe. He's been posting everywhere. He's been getting death threats and people saying some horrendous stuff for him uncovering this. And of course, we got some of the left, absolute, the most degenerate, insane, mentally ill, deranged people, giving these death threats, and also talking about how they're just, so many of them just trying to hand wave it, right? So many of them trying to hand wave this away, right? Just an absolute joke at this point, and they're just snakes in the grass. They really are. The left is just so full of snakes, so full of nasty, degenerate, just demons over there, quite frankly. Some of the garbage that comes out of their mouth, some of the things that they really hand wave, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so on Christmas week, California YouTuber Nick Shirley posted a video claiming that multiple federally funded child care centers in Minneapolis, many reportedly Somali-run, were taking millions of taxpayer dollars while not actually serving children. In the video, Shirley visited 10 facilities showing empty buildings and asked his signature question, "Where are the children?"
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in here.
We're gonna educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None at all.
And what's funny about this is, I'm going to pull up the tweet now. Charlie Kirk himself, somehow called this from a while ago. And, I think that's just insane. First off, it's just, Charlie Kirk really knew his stuff. According to Minnesota GOP leader Shirley's investigation was done in collaboration with the state Republican caucus, which said it had been working for years to expose fraud, and the Waltz administration's handling it. Let's talk a little bit about the numbers, because this isn't a few missing receipts. Federal investigators have been probing multiple fraud schemes in Minnesota's social service program, not just childcare. We got prosecutors estimate that upward of half of the roughly $18 billion sent to certain programs may have been misused since 2018. My God. Since 2018, roughly $18 billion. I mean, that is insane. Insane fraudulent. Insane stuff going on over here. And we got so many people on the left threatening his life for exposing this. And a lot of people on the left are trying to turn this into a left versus right issue when it's really not that, right? It's fraud. Fraud is fraud, okay? And people are just mischaracterizing everything, and they're trying to make this a left versus right issue. They're trying to make it a racial issue even. And there's just so many dishonest scumbags over there on the left side. Snakes in the grass. Literally, snakes in the grass. Like, I mean, there's nothing on this earth that conservatives can do that will ever please the most deranged, just nonsensical people on the left. I mean, there really isn't. One previously prosecuted case involved the Feeding Our Future nonprofit, a $250 million COVID-era fraud scheme, and led to dozens of arrests and convictions. So the context isn't just some guy walked around with a camera. Federal law enforcement had already been investigating widespread fraud for years. Shirley's video, however, put it in front of millions of Americans quickly. The U.S. federal response: after the video went viral, the Trump administration announced the freeze of Minnesota's federal child care funds, roughly $185 million. Until the state can prove the money is being spent legitimately, the Department of Health and Human Services said states must now send documentation showing funds are being used properly before payments go out. That's a huge deal. It's not just about Minnesota. This new requirement could affect how child care and other welfare funds are accounted for nationwide, tightening how taxpayers' dollars are monitored. Some Somali-run child care providers reported vandalism, threats, and harassment, attributing the hostility to the viral claims. Others accused Shirley of singling out the Somali community unfairly, a narrative pushed by many mainstream outlets and local politicians. Of course, like I said, a race thing. Trying to turn it into a race thing. Scam is scam. Fraudulent is fraudulent. No matter the color of the person's skin. Get a grip. Not everything is about color. Like, these people who cry color are the real racist. Okay? No one's talking about color except for them. If Democrats would just stop spieling over the color of people's skin, racism would end tomorrow, right? It would. They're the only people who talk about color. They're the only ones. Federal programs are huge, trillions of dollars every year. If even a small percentage is being misused, that's billions wasted. Shirley's video helped push an issue that already existed into the national awareness. The administration's response shows that the data and documentation requirements are changing. That's good. That's transparency. Minnesota's Democratic Governor Tim Walz has denied politicizing the issue, insisting fraud has been addressed over the years, but now there are deeper questions about how fraud went unchecked so long. This becomes a story not just about fraud, but about government management, accountability, and who benefits from social programs. Guys, once again, Nick Shirley, thank you. Thank you for this video. Thank you for being transparent. And we must protect this man. We must protect this man. This is what the First Amendment's all about. It's about free speech, of course, but it's about journalism. It's about individual journalism. It's about going out and making your own media, coverage. Being your own personal individual journalist. And this is what it's all about. Exposing stuff like this. This is how you find fraudulent. This is how you find tyrant cops, by, exercising your First Amendment right, getting out there, doing some journal investigation, and finding these horrific things that are happening. This is what the First Amendment is all about. Nick Shirley was just practicing his First Amendment. Literally, that's it. Found fraud. At being as charitable as possible, at the very least, very, very good reasonable suspicion to expect fraud, being the most charitable possible that I can put it, right? And of course, snakes in the grass on the left, people yelling color, people yelling racism, snakes in the grass, absolute clown show over there, as I've said many, many times. This is what the First Amendment is all about, baby. Thank you, Nick Shirley. Keep him safe. All you scumbags and snakes in the grass calling for violence on this man for exercising his First Amendment right, finding real fraudulent, corrupt garbage going down. You guys are absolutely sick. And any Democrat that knew about this, maybe benefit from this, absolute scum of the earth. And you guys are sick. All right, you guys are absolutely sick. It's disgusting. Guys, with that said, let me know what you guys thought about the breakdown. Let me know what you guys thought about Nick Shirley's video. Let me know what you guys think about the commentary that I just provided. Subscribe, like the video for more common sense. And with that said, Jesus Christ is King. Repent and believe in the gospel. And I hope all these goofies involved also repent and believe in the gospel. Or there will be heck to pay, possibly. Jesus Christ is King. God bless you all. God bless America. Bye-bye.